Welcome back to improving my articulation. So let's dive into this. We live in a world that celebrates knowledge, not intelligence. We live in a world in which if you have knowledge, then you are a cool person. People will think you are competent. I am not saying it's a good thing or a bad thing. It's just how things are. Okay? When knowledge makes you cool and competent, then you focus shift from thinking what that knowledge means to collecting it. And when you are simply collecting information, it doesn't make you think very much because that's not your objective. Your objective is to be cool. After all, that impresses people. What else do you need? Take the example of a kid who decided to be at the top of their class. They are learning on an incredible level but not really thinking about what they are learning because that's not their objective. It is to top the class. Therefore, in the world, the battle is over who knows more or who can show they, ha- they have more knowledge. That's what we are running after. Most people don't even know what the fuck intelligence actually means. No wonder reading is emphasized so much by the people but not thinking. Knowledge is a great thing when the objective is to make you think. It is a superpower when you use it to make better decisions in your life. Knowledge is what enhances your intelligence because it is food for your thought. But when you don't know how to use knowledge or data and it is being used to show off, that reveals a lack of intelligence. The problem with the way our world thinks. When having knowledge become a sign of competence, not knowing become incompetence. So if you say I don't know, that's incompetence. People might think you are an idiot, uninformed, ignorant. You get that idea? Now, if you remember when we were talking about how to think differently, the first step requires you to clueless. It requires you to say I don't know. Only then can you begin to think about in a new ways. When we live in a culture where that is, where that is punished, where immediately choosing sides or always having a strong opinion in the not thinking get punished. We discourage it without even realizing it. Therefore, our opinion becomes either first reaction to information or learning what to think from other sources. The truth is, it takes time to formulate a solid opinion on something. When you are thinking, it might even take days. But in a world where people claim to be expert on issues they have no idea about. It's really hard to stay clueless and think, even for a short while. No wonder we have left wing and right wing and thousands of other groups in everything. No one wants to just wait and think about something from all perspectives. Every person is sure they have figured out the whole thing out, whether it is in politics, modern technology, or an environmental or social issue. When having knowledge is competence, anybody who disagrees with your stolen opinion become an idiot, and someone who has no opinion about a straight up confusing. Who the fuck even is that guy? Don't you care? Are you selfish? Please pretend it matters to you so I can share this clever opinion I have stolen from somebody and feel superior. Please debate me. The thing is, when only knowledge is valued, one can get it from anywhere because the source doesn't matter. The source could be an article you scan through the information and then borrow the author's opinion. You might also believe you have as much as of understanding of the issue as an expert. A friend who has told you what they learned, which you then later recite as your own research. News comedy shows not realizing comedy is only meant to make you think, not to tell you what to think. News sources which are flag bearers of selective ideologies, reading only the headline of the article and what people are saying in the comment section. What about you respect are saying? What the famous people you follow are saying? What the groups you follow and identify with is saying? All of the above teach you what to think, and this is how we appear competent in this world, none of which comes from how to think. We don't know shit. If you wanna be intelligent, my friend, you have to accept that you don't know shit. Whatever you have been taught until now come from somebody telling you what to feel and what to think. We live in a world where we have already built narratives. These narratives create two sides or more. When having knowledge makes you competent, you obviously want to know about stuffs and have opinion too. When we don't take the time to think and do research on our own, we let our feelings do our bidding. So, whichever narrative makes sense to our feeling is the one we choose. After that, we rely on the people from the narrative you have chosen to tell you what to think. How do these narratives work? One side uses information to create opinion that support their narrative, such as immigrants are evil. The other side, the same immigrants are just like us. With more and new information, the sides either lose or win. But they keep defending and attacking, and the circus of the narratives continues endlessly. The reason why you might be sure that what you know is right is because the narrative have sold it to you pretty convincingly, convincingly, convincingly. It's just brilliant salesmanship. What you fail to realize is you have to rely on them because you don't know what to think. You actually don't know shit. Any person or any expert who claims that they know for sure doesn't know what they are saying. An expert in the same field from 100 years in the future will tell them the limitation of what they know. In a true sense, they know only a little, and yet not knowing stuff is considered a sign of incompetence. We are incompetent and competent at the same time. Let's quickly settle the debate about what makes us competent as well. We are human. We are really competent in something and totally suck in a lot of other things. We are both competent and incompetent at the same time. The problem is our dumb assumption that if somebody is competent in one field, they must be awesome in all other aspects. Unfortunately, that is how we form impression. They are very competent at one thing, therefore they must be great overall. No, having great skill, vast knowledge, and experience in a thing most definitely makes you competent in other things only. For example, a person could be competent programmer, but that doesn't make them as a competent person overall. No way does it indicate that the same person is competent in the aspect of thinking, behaving, perceiving, and creating. Similarly, how to think does not make you competent in all the aspects. All it does to make you competent in thinking related aspect. For example, you will become better at decision making. The whole idea of wanting to see people is either competent or incompetent is another dumb shit thing we need to get rid of. People are people, that's how you need to see. Why is it so hard to think differently? In plain terms, two stages of thinking differently are not knowing or cluelessness, wanting to know. This could have remained this simple if we had not about what to think into our mind and lives. This is what the stage looks like now. Not knowing, learning what to think, abandoning what to think, wanting to know. Abandoning what to think is the hardest thing, not just because you have been trained. No, no, sir, it's because you have been a follower of narratives and ideologies. You have seen the world a certain way, and abandoning what to think require abandoning that too. I know you, your feelings are involved. There is a sense of community. You are following so many groups and pages, you have made friends You may even think it is your identity now. It can be hard. Maybe if we talk about them, it will be easier. Sorry. How they become the followers. You follow narratives. Narratives are basically templates on how to see things. Narratives uses and twist historical data, present the information, your feelings, ideas, scenario, your lack of data, and salesmanship to build themselves and spread. If you can see this pattern, you will be able to free yourself immediately. For example, let's take the narrative that didn't exist. It twists historical data, basically uses what supports the argument and denies and discredits what doesn't. It twisted present day information by creating stories that discredited the evidence. It uses your feelings, such as in this case, skepticism and love of God. It uses an ideal scenario which capitalizes on your skepticism, like it's a conspiracy theory by the government, atheist, scientist, or whoever to discredit religion and to propagate science over religion. It capitalizes on your lack of data and laziness to research it on your own. Lastly, a convincing, charismatic figure is used as the spokesperson, a person that makes you think he looks like he knows what he is talking about. There are there are a host of narratives present in this world. We all follow a few. The more prominent one would have to be our nation is the greatest, our religion is the greatest, our culture is the best. Our nation is going to be the greatest if we could get rid of a few people. Sorry guys. This other nation is our enemy. This group of people is violent. Our culture is under threat. This group of people is inferior. Scientist is evil and on and on. They are not even complicated. Just remember the script. It used and twisted historical data selectively to suit the suit the narrative. It uses and twisted present day information to create an aura of fear or anger. It uses your feelings. It uses an ideal scenario, either one from the past or in the future. It capitalizes on your lack of data and facts. Lastly, convincing charismatic voices and figures are used as spokespersons. For example, take Our Nation is the Greatest, put it through the script and narrative, built it. Our nation is used to be greatest. The nation is not the greatest anymore. Don't you want the nation and the people to rise again? We will rise and prosper if we do this or that. For example, elect this person. Here are all the people, political parties, and nation we can blame for our current situation. Lastly, politicians, news anchors, celebrities, lawyers, social media personalities are used as a spokesperson. You are highly influenced by whichever narratives you follow, and it doesn't matter if it is right wing or left wing or whatever. They all use the same person. Fact and logic reasoning isn't left or right wing, nor do they give a shit about ideology. So if you think you practice reasoning and common sense, you won't give a fuck about ideology and narratives. You had fine shit on both sides. The question is, do you? Alright, this was for the day. I will see you in the next video. Till then, keep going and hustling. I'm rooting for you.